Hi everyone, I am Rachel Clark. Thank you so much for joining us. This is my good friend, Dr. Bobby Whitaker. We are going to start a series on essential oils because essential oils are so amazing. But we feel that a lot of people, they need to be more educated and learn more about the tips on using essential oils. So like I said, we're going to start this series and start doing some more Facebook Lives about essential oils. Dr. Bobby introduced me to essential oils about, I guess it's been almost 3 years ago.
I think so.
Okay. And I had used some other essential oils in the past, and really I was very, didn't understand why people were that excited about them, because some of the oils I had purchased, they were okay, but they weren't enough for me to be like, oh my gosh, these are amazing.
Right.
And so Dr. Bobby is also the one that introduced me to the Moringa oleifera. So if you have been following me for any time on this page, you know that I contribute so much, and I'm thankful every single day for Moringa oleifera helping me to actually give me my life back. And so because I trusted Dr. Bobby and knew that she was using oils, so that's when I asked her, I was like, okay, I want these oils to work. I just don't understand really why they're not doing for me what I have, seen other people talk about. So I got started with the oils, but before we get into that, we just want to talk about how long oils have been around.
Oh my goodness, thousands of years.
Back to the Egyptians.
Yes, back to the Egyptians, and even, biblical days. I mean, of course, we all know the story of Jesus, the frankincense and myrrh,
yes.
Right? So, yeah, it is amazing. Obviously, they knew even then that for pain and for disinfection purposes,
yes.
And we've even read that in the war times that they were definitely used to help prevent more bleeding and disinfection purposes. So it's so amazing to think about all the places and all the different uses of these oils. They really are phenomenal. Once you start digging in, it's like a whole world of just like possibility kind of opens up to you. And it's a really exciting place to be because you start to get this hope back that,
yes.
Oh my goodness, I have some empowerment here to help not only myself but my family.
Yes.
And that's what we love to see, is that light come on for people, right? And it's exciting.
And a more natural way of healing, because I know that when Dr. Bobby introduced me to the Moringa oleifera and that being all natural and the benefits, that really essential oils go hand in hand with that. And because so many, I had written down a statistic that there's over 100,000 deaths per year in the United States that are attributed to over-medication. And so I feel that when we really need to look at more natural methods of healing ourselves.
Exactly. Right before we did this live, we were just talking about Matthew Loop had posted an article on Facebook that was actually from the CDC talking about how per year there are more deaths due to opioids than there are to breast cancer. So just let you know, opioids are painkillers, right? So the more we can do to show people how essential oils can help with their pain, we can alleviate some of that, it's just senseless to me, deaths that occur there. So it's so empowering and exciting.
Well, it's over 70% of the world population is on at least one prescription medication. And we just want to make this very clear that we are not against any Western, any medication like that at all. There is a time and a place for it. All we want to do is help educate people that you need to have a healthy balance.
Exactly. Yeah, these can work what we call integrative
Yes.
healthcare, right?
Mm-hmm.
You if you had a car accident and you're bleeding, you go and you call 911 right away
Right.
and get somebody to help you. But these are the things you can do once you get home, and now you're able to take care of yourself a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's so much. So yes, combine and use wisdom.
Yes.
Use wisdom.
Yes.
Use wisdom and use a good book.
Yes, and we'll share that with you. Yeah. And so for this Facebook Live, we really wanted to, before we start giving a bunch of uses and stuff like that on essential oils, we really want to help educate you on that there is a difference in the essential oils on the market. Right?
Definitely. Yes. I know my first use was I just went to the health food store because I was trying to cover up the smell of poopy diapers in the house, and that's when I kind of started realizing...
Hey, we're going to get real here.
We're going to talk poop. Hey, you can't talk poop, you know. No, but when you have babies,
yeah.
Oh my. Or little dogs even.
Yes.
You're probably going to have some poop. Or some smells that you just don't want in your house,
yes.
right? So, yeah. So we wanted to cover that up, and I just went to the health food store. I got some lavender off the shelf. I didn't really know what I was doing. I just knew that, hey, lavender has to smell better than what's going on in here. So I made my own spray, and it said on the back, 14 drops of this bottle of lavender per 1 ounce of water. And I tell you what, this, in a good brand of oils, we'll just say, you would only use maybe 1 to 5 drops in like 4 or 5 ounces of water. So it just lets you know there was definitely something diluted there, or it was not real lavender possibly, it was a synthetic. But there's definitely some major differences, and we want you to know that because we talk about using essential oils therapeutically. We talk about ingesting oils, and you don't want to do that with just something off the shelf at Walmart or something off the shelf at the health food store. You want to know where your oil is coming from and what it's doing once it's inside your body. So you want to know that's pure.
Yeah,
right?
because a good quality oil is going to be an investment.
Yes.
You're not going to find, well, if you find a bottle of frankincense that is, say, $20 or something like that, don't buy it.
Yeah, that's a dead giveaway. It's not the real thing.
Because frankincense is one of the more expensive oils on the market, but you get what you pay for, basically.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Now, one of the oils that we use, and again, we encourage you to do your research.
Exactly.
We are sharing with you our experience, okay? And please reach out to us. We know a lot of people cannot watch these live, so feel free to, as you're watching the replay, ask any questions or send a direct message, and we will be getting back with you. But the brand of oils that we use are Ameo Essential Oils that are a clinical grade. And Ameo, I'm sure it's probably one that maybe you're not familiar with. It's not the oldest company out there, but I will tell you that they go above and beyond to make sure that their oils are quality. And like I said, that they are a clinical grade essential oil. So if you want to, can you explain a little bit more about what clinical grade is?
Okay, I know a lot of people will tell you that some of these terminology words don't mean much. I hear that a lot. But the word clinical grade, I think that does carry some impact, because when we look at a school like a Harvard or a Stanford, that, you know, their research we trust on a daily basis to be able to use a medicine like a Tylenol or something like that. That is very important, that they use a specific lavender. When they say in that research paper that lavender helps people sleep or that it decreases anxiety, there's a specific lavender that was used in that research for them to know that that is something that can be done over and over and get the same result over and over again. You're not going to use a variable lavender that maybe has got some synthetics in it. So that's exactly what we wanted in the Ameo, or what they wanted in the Ameo brand. And they said, okay, there's a specific fingerprint of that particular lavender that was used in that research. We want that exact lavender. And that's how you get clinical grade, right? That there's no impurities. It's the exact same lavender that was used in the research that said, hey, when we looked at lavender over and over and over again, we saw that it overall decreased anxiety and helped people rest better. That's what you want. Otherwise, you won't get the same results that they're getting, and I think that's kind of what we all expect,
yes.
you know. And that's why people get disappointed, is they pull that peppermint off the shelf, and yes, it may smell good or whatever, but if it doesn't give them the pain relief that they were expecting when they pull it off, it kind of it's a letdown. So we just want people to realize there is a huge difference, and we want you to get what you're expecting, because they really are, like we said, they're kind of amazing, really, when you start to experience the real stuff.
Yes.
The clinical grade. I know we hear therapeutic grade, and I guess some of those terms really don't have a lot of meaning to them. I think what they're just trying to say is they're trying to be better than a health food store brand, and they are trying to be more pure. But I'm a scientist at heart, I guess. I worked in the biology lab, you know, I was that kind of nerd in school. And I want to know, is that the real deal in there? Is there some science that shows me that really is cell active and cell permeable? And not only that, but is it really the same fingerprint that they used in that research?
Right.
So they proved that, not only with their own studies, but third-party research. So that's what I love.
And that says, I mean, so much right there. And the thing is that with the Ameo brand, they go through such extensive testing.
Right.
And one of the things that I absolutely love, and I've got one of my favorite oils here, which is Pro Shield, and we'll give you a couple tips on that toward the end here. But on the bottom of every bottle, there is a batch number.
Right.
And you can go to the website and you can put in that batch number, and it is going to show you every test that was run on this batch of oils.
Right.
And that they are getting into the cell, and you can see that it's very amazing.
It is. I know. So do your research. We're not saying we are the end all and the be all.
No.
But we're just trying to explain the differences here, and do your research. That website, like you said, ameodifference.com. I love they have a little video there, and they explain the science that's there. It's so, for all of us nerdy people, it's wonderful.
And I'll put the link in the comments, because it's ameodifference.com. And like Dr. Bobby said, there's a short video that you can watch, and then that's also where you go and you put in that batch number. And once when I got started, like a lot of companies out there, they have a basic kit that had a diffuser and 9 oils, and almost 3 years later, I think pretty much all 9 of those oils are ones that they're my staples that I keep on hand. Definitely. And was an amazing way to start. And when I first started using those oils, I was like, I get it now. And now I have this huge thing on my wall at home where all my oils are, because my collection of oils has grown tremendously over the last few years. So, but like we've said, we encourage you to do your research, because the essential oils, I mean, like we said, essential oils are amazing. There's no doubt about it. But we also realize that it can be very overwhelming in the beginning too. And that's why we are doing this, because we want to help educate you to learn more about using these oils. So I said before we got off here that the Pro Shield is one oil that we were going to talk about real quick. And I did post a video yesterday that I had shared from my personal Facebook page about some cleansers, that cleaning supplies that I had put together using oils, and Pro Shield is one of them. And Pro Shield is definitely one for this time of year that you want to have on hand.
Everybody, so much sickness out there. Make sure you're doing what you can naturally to disinfect,
yes.
right?
So this is great for helping to kill germs, and I have a mixture that I put together. I mean, so I'm like wiping down countertops, and basically it's all about prevention. Anything that you can do to help keep yourself healthy this time of year. And the thing is, we're not saying that the things that we do, it's going to keep us from ever getting sick in no way, shape, or form. But we are doing what we can to be preventative.
Right.
And so with using the oils, what's a couple of your favorite ways that you would like to use it?
Goodness, yeah, diffusing for sure, because you just think you're breathing it in, you're building your immunity as you breathe that in.
It has clove and cinnamon and a mixture of different oils that are absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it makes your house smell so good. It makes your house smell like you're baking cookies or something. It's so wonderful. And then, gosh, I use it, and I've put a couple drops in the dishwasher just to really make sure we're getting those dishes extra. More disinfection is good, extra clean. And the laundry is a great place too. Kill that mold, kill those things that none of us like to smell after you've washed your clothes. And it's great to get out. Somebody just told us about a great, they got out a stain with the Pro Shield.
Yes.
It was like makeup fell down her shirt and she didn't know what to do, so she grabbed some Pro Shield and the Pro Shield soap, I think it was, and utilized that. I thought that is so cool. So it took that stain right out. And one more is we use it on our boat every year, Tammy and Emmett's boat actually, to get rid of the mold that grows on that just from being outside. It's the only thing we found that will work. It is the craziest thing, but that with some vinegar is amazing.
Yeah, so
Really
couple of great tips. And I know my husband, he works at a car dealership. He's dealing with the public all day. He has a diffuser in his office, and this is one of the oils that he will diffuse because it just ain't nobody got time to be sick.
Nobody does. No, I agree. That is some amazing stuff. I bet he's got all the guys coming over to his side because they're like, it smells good.
There's also different oils that you can use for stress too. So we'll get into that later. But I said right now we just wanted to give you an overview of to let you know that there is a difference in the oils out there, that we do encourage you to do your research. We are here to help you. Sure. Is there anything else that you can think of that you want to add?
No, I think that's good. I think, what we want to do is just give you little bites so that it's not overwhelming, and that we just want to build each time on these so that you can go back and reference and go, oh man, I got a nugget or two out of that.
Yes.
And I can take that and try it.
Before we get the book. Yes. This, if you
look at mine, it's really warm.
We use these books a lot, okay? So ours are both pretty beat up. Evidence-Based Essential Oil Therapy. This one is by Dr. Scott Johnson, who's on the advisory board here. He is brilliant. Yes. And this book is amazing because you can't know everything. I mean, even with our passion of essential oils, we get text messages, phone calls like, hey, what should I do for this? It's like, okay, well, let me grab my book out, because this will break it down. If you want to know specifically what, say, clove is good for, then you can look up clove. Or if you have a specific ailment, then you can go to, that if you want to know if you're having a headache. Or I had somebody text me the other night. She had a little girl that sprained her ankle. And so I was able to find, about sprained ankles and advise her on what oils to use. So this book, you can find it on Amazon. I think I found one, it was around $40 or $50, but I will tell you it is well worth the investment. Because we've had this book for several years, and it is definitely our go-to book. So
all the time.
Yes, so definitely highly recommend it. But so thank you to those of you that have joined us live. Thank you to those of you that are watching the replay. We are really excited about doing this I can't even talk now, this series on on essential oils because we have such a passion about them, and they've definitely made a difference in our lives. And so we just want to help educate you guys better and to be here to answer your questions. So thank you for joining us, and we will talk to you soon. We hope you all have a great day.
All right. Bye-bye.